So I've been doing a lot of thinking over the past few weeks. I've been really obsessed with this idea of deconstructing every single thing that I've learned, like throughout my life, starting from my childhood to a small portion of my adulthood. I stopped adhering to other people's teachings when I deconstructed religion. So I grew up a Jehovah's Witness, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care what religion you practice. This also isn't anything to smear Jehovah's Witnesses either. I don't have any problem with them. What I have a problem with, though, is how people use religions to further their own agendas. I have a problem with bad people hiding behind religion so that they can seem good. I have a problem with parents not taking responsibility for parenting their child and putting it in God's hands. That's what I have a problem with. So whenever I'm speaking about the Jehovah's Witness, it's not me bashing the religion itself. It's more so about how people seek out certain religions so that they can hide behind this sort of good persona that the religion is supposed to give. I put together a thought about America recently, where it seemed like America was built off of narcissism. Like, if you look at everything in our society, from the corporate structure to like abusive families, you kind of see these similarities between what the description of narcissism is and how these things operate. So even religion. So when it comes to narcissistic abuse, there is the narcissist, so that's the person who starts it. But the narcissist creates an environment around them so that they can get a specific sort of supply. So a narcissist has like flying monkeys, so those are the people who kind of like do their bidding for them. The narcissist creates, in a family dynamic, creates a golden child, so that's the person who is loyal to the narcissist and can do no wrong in the narcissist's eyes and in the eyes of people who are like witnessing these interactions. So the golden child, that's the good person. And there's a scapegoat. The scapegoat is the person who takes the blame for everything, whether they are actually the blame or not. They are just the one who all of the blame gets put on them. And so as I was thinking about this in relation to my family, like how I grew up, my mom, she was like recovering from narcissistic abuse my entire life, but because she hadn't put the words to what she experienced yet when I was a kid, like she was still figuring out how her abuse affected her. She didn't know the term narcissism. So since she spent my childhood like trying to figure out her own trauma, she inadvertently traumatized me because she would act as if I was the person who had perpetuated harm to her. So my entire childhood was spent like having to defend myself against her because she would accuse me of things that were fully like 100% just her own projections of inadequacy. But she would accuse me of doing things to her that would imply that I thought less of her. So there was one time when I was like 7 or 8 years old, she accused me of trying to sabotage her life. How can a 7-year-old sabotage their parent? She accused me of this because I made her look bad or something, because I told a teacher that she didn't sign a permission slip, like something like that, like something innocent, just a child telling the truth. She said that I was trying to sabotage her life. And it took me a long time to deconstruct the thoughts that my mom put into my head about my identity. And that's basically what all of my artwork has been about right now. So even this, how many women are there in me? You fractured my identity. I'm so lucky. So the sort of indoctrination and abuse that I talk about didn't start with me. Like, it started with my mother, and then from there it started with her mother and her mother. Like, I'm not the only one who has been through these things, but I won't perpetuate it. And that's when change happens. And that's what my artwork has been about. It's been about that change of perception. But yeah, my mom, she would accuse me of just wild things that a child wouldn't be capable of. So yeah, she accused me of trying to sabotage her life once. She accused me of trying to steal her identity once. Again, these are all things that she did when I was a child, so I bring up the ages 7 and 8 a lot when I recount these memories, because that's when I feel like she really went in on me with the psychological abuse. I don't know if it was just because I was getting older. I know when I was around 7 or 8, I hit a growth spurt, so I don't think I became taller than her until I was in 6th grade. But by the time I was in 3rd and 4th grade, I was her same height. So I don't know if because I was her same height or something, she just viewed me as an adult, she couldn't conceptualize that I was still a child or something. But yeah, she really went in on me around those ages. And I remember she would have these arguments with me, and I would just be so confused because I didn't know why we were arguing. A lot of it involved me telling people the truth, or telling my perception of the truth, and her getting offended because I was making her look bad. Which, that's fair. You can be a parent and not want your child to make you look bad. That's fair. But she never told me that I was only making her look bad because she was doing bad. She had me believe that I was making up a lie about the things that she was doing to me, which fractured my identity. She gaslit me my entire childhood, made me think I was crazy and that I was evil. That was the effect of narcissistic abuse. That's what that did to me in my life. And it didn't start with my mother. It's a generational thing. And so when I say that I'm deconstructing, I believe that narcissism is one of those things that's built into America. Let me make sure it's recording. Okay, it is. Yeah, I believe narcissism is it's built into the foundations of what makes America America. So in America, it would be white people who would be at the top. And obviously we know how black people have been treated in America. Anyone who is not white, we know how that treatment has been. We know that who all the problems get blamed on. But the thing with narcissism is that narcissists create the dynamics, and then those dynamics self-fulfill. So the narcissist creates the scapegoat. So the scapegoat is the one who has all the problems, is what it seems like. And that's the role that my mom played in her family. She was the scapegoat of the family. But the thing about the scapegoat is that those problems they're self-fulfilled, because the narcissist perpetuates this environment that causes everyone to fall into the roles that they need. So narcissists don't want to take blame for anything, so they need someone else to take the blame. That's needed for them to function. So they will find someone else to have all of the problems. they also need someone around who they can say like, look, this is the good example. I'm not like crazy for focusing on this bad person. So like the golden child will be that good person for the narcissist. Scapegoat is the bad person. The flying monkeys is everyone who like participates to keep these dynamics going because they think that they're doing it freely. They don't understand that they're being controlled by the narcissist. And that's how America is structured. You know, we have the people on top, we have the problem people, which historically have been Black people, and then we have, you know, everyone else who helps perpetuate it. So any other race of person who like helps perpetuate, I would say white supremacy would be a narcissist thing. It is narcissistic, but that would be, if America is based off of narcissism, narcissism is like equal to white supremacy basically. And so the past few weeks, I've just been spending a lot of time deconstructing all of these ideas that I've been having in my head and finding ways to incorporate it into my artwork in the form of my identity.